Build your own prison. Are you scared? Almost everybody around you is trying to put you in one prison or the other. You like it or not, someone is trying to put you in some prison or the other. Almost everybody around you is trying to do that. And they put you in prison by, first of all, I think the most popular prison right now is social network. The social network friends and owners, they put you in prison. And by the time you know it, you are sitting on social media 8 hours a day, or 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day. Those 4 hours a day you could be using to build your own destiny and to add value to yourself, or to add value to your product, or to add value to other people. But instead of you adding value to other people, you are put in prison. You are put in prison of social media. But that's not the only that's not the only prison people put you in without your consent, and you don't even know. Some people will put you in the prison of, I'm sorry to say, but church. Church could become a prison. Church is like a modern, sophisticated prison yard for people. So they get you attracted into the church, and then they don't allow you to go away. You came there free of charge. You came there willingly. You came there voluntarily, but then you cannot leave voluntarily. If you try to leave voluntarily, they begin to call you all kinds of names. They begin to tell you that you are a rebel, or they tell you that you are disloyal, or that you are not faithful, and they kind of begin to scare you from every direction. I mean, you came there freely. You came there on your own. But now you cannot live on your own. You cannot even leave anytime you want. You cannot even decide that you don't want to go to church today, or you will not go to church this whole week or this whole month anymore. If you do that, everybody will begin to call you from left and right and put pressure on you. And, as they are ready to chase you out of town, as if you are the greatest sinner in town and you are the greatest sinner in the world. Emotional blackmail and all kind of, manipulations begin to come in place. Why? Because they have already built a prison for you. Only you are the last one to be aware of it. Why? Because you did not build your own prison. If you have built your own prison, you determine your boundaries. You determine your boundaries, and you determine your limitations, and you determine when to go to that church, when not to go. You determine how many hours to spend there and how many hours not to spend there. You are in charge. The advantage of building your own prison is that you will be in charge. But if you don't build your own prison, somebody else will build that prison for you. And when they build the prison for you, they are in charge. It's not you who are in charge. When the religious people build prison for you, you know what? They are in charge. They begin to, monitor you, begin to control you, begin to tell you what to do, what not to do, when you're supposed to appear in church, when you're not supposed to appear in church, and when you can do this, when you cannot do that. I recently heard a story that a pastor was calling one of his members, and he says, and this member is a medical doctor. Yeah, and this member is a medical doctor. So the person, if you're a medical doctor, you're at work. So this guy was at work. He was at work. And the pastors in Africa, the way they behave. I need you to appear right now. In the next 10 minutes, I want you to appear right now in my office. Report to my office. Report. Can you imagine a report to my office as if they are military generals, or there are some people as if they are paying his salary? But rather, he's the one paying the salary of the pastor. If you are a church member, you are the one paying the salary of your pastor. It's not your pastor paying your salary. You are the one paying his salary. So because you are the one paying the salary of the pastor shouldn't be telling you report. Because you honor him, you respect him, that's good, but it's not like saying commanding, report. And why can a pastor begin to talk like that, report in my office right now in the next 10 minutes? Because he's in charge. He has built you a prison. You are a prisoner. He's a warden. He's a warden. He's now a warden. He's now, he's a guard. He's a prison guard. And you are the prisoner. I'm sorry to say. He's the prison guard, but you are the prisoner. He's the warden, and you are the prisoner. And that's why I say report. So this man, this medical doctor said, Pastor, you know what? I would have liked to come. I would have liked to come, sir. But I'm working right now. I'm in the office right now. I'm the doctor in charge. I'm the doctor, on duty. And he said, I'm... And this pastor said, I'm telling you to report to my office in the next 5 minutes, and you are telling me some stories. What rubbish are you saying? What kind of rubbish are you telling me? I am telling you to report to my office in the next few minutes, and you are telling me what? You are telling me some story. If you don't report, I tell you to report. You know, the man was attending to patients in the hospital, and he had to leave everybody and go to report to the pastor. Another situation, when I was very surprised and I was saying, what is that? That's crazy. Somebody else told me, a surgeon, a doctor who's a surgeon doing surgery, operating on a human being. The doctor is calling him, get him right now. Let him come right now. I need him here. I need him here right now. And when the guy said, no, if I leave this person on the operation table, I will go to prison. So the guy didn't report. And then they turned him into a persona non grata in the church. It was declared rebellious and disloyal because they have built a prison for you and you didn't know it. In the name of loyalty, in the name of honor, in the name of this and that, because you did not build your own prison. You are not in charge. Someone else is in charge. Those are just two prisons that people build around you. But what about the prison that your family members build for you? Everybody, especially women, everybody has access to your life but you. Everybody control your life but you. So your husband say you must do this, you must do this, you must do that. Your relatives say you must do this, you must do that, you must do that. Another, the family of your husband said you must do that, you must do that, you must do. Everybody know what you must do. Everybody know where you must go. Everybody know what you must, attend to. But you are the only one who is not in charge of that whole life. Everybody is controlling your life. Everybody is sending you there, sending you there, sending you there. Everybody is putting programs before you, and you are the only one who cannot put program before yourself. You are the only one who cannot really determine what you want to do with your life. Women, especially women who are married, you know what I'm talking about. Most of you are not in charge. Most of you are not in charge. You are in prison long time ago. And marriage is not supposed to be prison. I mean, you didn't sign a prison contract when you are going to marriage, did you? Did you? Maybe I missed something. Maybe there's something I don't know. Maybe something I'm not aware of. Did you sign a marriage contract? I mean, a prison contract? Your marriage contract, was this a prison contract? If it's something that you are doing out of your free will, if it's something that you agree to do and because you feel, you feel like you have to do it because it is something that you are doing out of honor and that you can do, that is good for you, But I'm talking about a situation whereby you are not in control of your life anymore, whereby it's other people, there are other people who are now controlling your life, who are now, actually you are in bondage to them. You are in bondage to their wishes and you are in bondage to their desires. You are in bondage to their desires and to their wishes. And you cannot even decide what you want to do. You cannot decide what you want to do. So if you don't build your own prison, that's what I'm about to say. If you don't build your own prison, somebody else will build it for you. If you don't build your own prison, someone else will build it for you. If you don't build your own prison. So what does it mean to build your own prison? To build yourself your own prison is to be able to say, no, thus far and no more. Thus far and no more. This is my own life here. This is what I can afford to give to the family time. And this is what I can afford to give to my children. This is what I can afford to give to my work. And the rest, I am building my destiny. I am building my life. And I'm doing what I need to do. And I'm doing what I need to do. And of course, I don't even want to talk about the prison of your job. Someone here just came out of that prison. Someone here just came out of that prison recently. The prison of your job could be one of the greatest prisons you could find yourself in. I mean, can you imagine it? People are going to work every day, Monday to Friday, and they are like giving their lives there in exchange just because of some salary, just because of some change, just because of some penny changes, petty changes. And sometimes even those people you are working and giving your life to, they are not even happy. They think you are not even doing enough. And you are selling yourself out. You are giving your life, and you are, wasting your life at that job for some little money that is not even making a difference in your life, but still you cannot afford to be free. You are still a prisoner in that job. And in some cases, it doesn't even matter. After you've worked your 8 hours a day, finish, they still come and get you to come for extra classes, extra work, extra this and extra that. And then some of your bosses can call you up at any time, midnight, midday, and just call you to come to work. And it doesn't really matter what. It doesn't matter what you are doing or what your excuse is, because you are afraid of losing your job. You just have to do what the people are telling you to do. So you don't really belong to yourself. You have become a prisoner at the mercy of other people, a prisoner at the mercy of other people. So, and the reason why people always become a prisoner is, number one, because you don't have your own goals. Or maybe you think you have your own goals, but you don't respect your own goals. You respect, somebody say, oh, just because I respect my boss, or just because I respect my husband, or because I respect my this and that. I'm just doing that of respect. Okay, that's not bad. But you tell me, when will you begin to respect yourself? When will you begin to respect yourself? When will you begin to respect your own time? When will you begin to respect your time? When? You tell me. When? When will you begin to respect your own time? When will you begin to respect your own priorities? When will you begin to respect your own goals? When will you begin to respect your own life mission? When will you begin to respect your own life mission? When will you begin to respect your own life mission? You must first of all respect your, the mission, your calling, your life goals above every other thing before you begin to give respect and honor to other people. I'm sorry, that's just the reality. You must first of all begin to respect your life goals, your life purposes, your life mission before you begin to give that same honor to other people. If you don't respect yourself, if you don't respect your life mission, if you don't respect your life goals, you cannot truly respect any other person. Let me tell you another thing about your life goals. And if you respect that life goal, you will build a prison around it. You will build a wall around it and put yourself inside. And that shows that you respect that your life goal and your life mission above everything else. Let me tell you another thing about life goals. If you don't respect your life goals and your life purposes and your life purpose and mission, it means you don't respect the God that gave you that purpose. It means you don't respect the God that created you for that purpose. So can you imagine, God created you in heaven, sent you to the earth to carry out a mission for him. God sent you, created you for that particular goal. God created you for that particular mission. God created you for that agenda. That is the reason he sent you to the world. And now you went and abandoned his mission, his agenda, his purpose for your own very creation, just because you respect some other things more. What is that telling you about? That's telling you that you don't respect the God that created you for that mission. If you don't respect your life agenda, your life goals, it means you don't respect the God that gave you that goal. So it means you respect your pastor more than you respect the God that created you for that purpose. It means you respect your church more than you respect the God that created you for a purpose and your mission on earth. It means you respect your family people more than you respect the God that created you for a mission. It means you respect your work and your job more than you respect the God that created you and sent you to the world in the first place. It means that you respect, every other person. You honor them more than you honor the God that's created you, that sent you to the world for this agenda and for this purpose. So if you don't, the commitment to your life purpose and the commitment to use your time for the purpose of your creation and for your life mission, it shows that you respect God above every other thing. It is your way of honoring God. When you commit yourself to your goals and to your life purpose, it means that you commit yourself to God. It is a more commitment to God. It's a better worship. You worship God better. Not when you sing in the church and just jump up and down and pray hallelujah, some song fast or some song slow. No, the greatest worship you could ever give to God is to honor him by doing what he asked you to do, by doing what he called you to do, by doing what he created you for, by dedicating yourself to the purpose and the agenda for which he created you. That is the greatest worship you could do. Your commitment to your goals, your commitment to your vision is the greatest commitment, is the greatest proof of love to God, is the greatest proof of worship to God, is the greatest manifestation of worship, is the greatest kind of worship you could give to God, is the greatest praise and worship, is the greatest worship, is the greatest dedication, service to God. There is no greater service to God than being committed to do the mission for which he created you. This is greater than giving offering to him. This is greater than giving tithes to him. This kind of service, this kind of commitment to his purpose for your life, this kind of commitment to his calling on your life is greater and more significant than all the tithe and offering you will ever give in your life. It's more significant than all the ministry in the church and commitment to church, commitment to some people's agenda than you will ever do. So this is the purpose for which you were created, and you must prove to the person who created you that you understand him, that you respect him, that you honor him above all things, that you honor him above everything in your life, that he is number one. And there is no better way to prove that to him than by committing yourself for the goal and the agenda that he created you for and he called you for. But when you now begin to commit yourself more to pastor and to a church, and that means that you are telling God that you are a respecter of man. You respect man than you respect the God, because the God you don't see. Because you don't see God, so you can just close your eyes on him and just say, at least God is not here. But you are more afraid of the person you are seeing, because you want them to like you, you want them to respect you, you want them to to treat you well. So you are you are doing eye service. You are doing eye service at the end of the day. So you are a respecter of man, but you are not a respecter of God. But you know what? It doesn't matter who you respect or who respects you if God does not respect you. It's the most important honor that you want to give is to God. And the most important honor you ever want to receive is from God. If you are not committed to God, if God does not respect you, it doesn't matter who respects you. It's all a waste of time. But if God respects you, if God honors you, heaven and earth will bow before you. But what we do normally is that we just want to, we want to commit ourselves to people and what we see. And because of that eye service, we have sold our freedom, we have sold our liberty, we have sold our mission, we have sold our life goals, our calling. We have sold it in exchange to just being able to give some eye service and receive some, human acceptance and recognition. So to build your build your own praising, first of all, the thing you need to do is that you must discover your calling. What is your calling? What is your agenda? What were you sent here to do? And that is easy to do because I've already did a whole series of teaching on that one. And so if you don't have those teachings, if you have not determined your calling and your purpose in life, if you don't know how to discover your calling and purpose, I've already did a teaching, and you should just go to sundayadelajablog.com, sundayadelajablog.com, sundayadelajablog.com. Go in there and you will see a series of teaching on my video blog or video broadcast, you will see a list there, and you go through that list, you will see a whole series of teaching on how to discover your calling. And there is no way you will listen to that and not discover your calling. You will discover your calling easily. So once you have discovered your calling, that goal, that your calling will now know, you have to now build your life around that goal and around that calling. So from that calling that you have, once you have discovered your calling, then you must put forward an agenda. You must break that your calling into some steps, into some some stages of accomplishment. You must write down what are the things that you need to accomplish that goal. What are the things that you need to do? What are the steps that you need to take to accomplish your goal? So those steps that you need to take to accomplish your goal, you must make sure that all your life activities, all your daily activities are surrounding those steps. You are only doing those steps on daily basis. The only thing you are doing are the steps that will take you to bring you to accomplishing that goal. Or any other thing you will do will either add value to you, or push you forward, or help you, or assist you, or add to you one way or the other and help you to be able to eventually fulfill that mission that God has given unto you. Now, of course, you don't have to put. You need to have some free time. So let's say 60% of your day must be planned around your life goals. 60% of your day must be planned around your life goals. Then another 40% you could be use that other 40% to do some other things, maybe for your family or for your own pleasure, or whatever you want to do, inspirational things that could inspire you, or recreational or something like that. But 60% of your life on daily basis must be planned around your goals. And every activity you do, you must always ask yourself the question: is this activity bringing me closer to my goal or not? If it's not, you have to eliminate it. You have to set yourself free from it. So you have to make sure that your goals and your mission have become your boundaries. You have to put a boundary that, okay, I'm not going to parties. Why you don't go to parties? Because I'm not fulfilling it's not helping me to fulfill my mission and my goal. And I'm not going to, like me, I don't go to parties. I don't go to the cinema or theater or anything like that. Why? Because no time. Maybe sometimes you might need it for recreation, but only once in a while. And I don't even go to visit anybody. I'm just in my house. I have a prison in my own house, and that prison is my vision. So you identify your vision, the activities of what you need to do on a daily basis to bring that vision to pass, and put yourself inside it. And once you have identified your vision like that and put yourself inside it, you have to submit yourself to those boundaries that you have put. You are not in control. You are not the one moving those boundaries up and down. You make sure that it is your vision that is determining your steps. It is your vision, your goals that are determining your activity. Your agenda. They are determining your time, the way you spend your time. So because if you are not going to submit yourself to that ideal plan that you work out, then you are going to just be changing the plan anyhow. Then you are in charge. It's not your vision that is in charge. But if you are created for that vision in the first place, if the purpose of your creation is for that goal and mission, it means that vision is more important than you. So it means that vision should be on top of you. That you must make yourself submitted to your own vision. You must make yourself submitted to your own agenda, to your own routine. So work out a routine on a daily basis that you are going to submit yourself to. And even when people are not telling you, but do this now, do that, I cannot. I'm a bound servant. I'm bound by this vision. I'm bound by this mission, by these goals. Now, like I said, you might want to have some other free time that you want to use but 60% of your life must be planned around your goals, around fulfilling your goals and your mission. And then the other 40%, you could use it as you want, just for you not to have a legalistic kind of lifestyle and and all that. So, in this sense, the word routine is a very important word if you really want to abide by your mission and your life goals. Now, the word routine is something that that you have to do. What that means is that you must get together some steps that must be done or on daily basis. They have to be repetitive steps that you have to do on daily basis. Like for example, in my own case, I know that my goal is to raise up leaders and to raise up people who know God. So I have 2 times a day I'm coming to you, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. That's a routine. So it doesn't matter if I'm sick or I'm tired or I'm strong, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who calls me. Even if people are calling me from all over the world and friends, and I say I cannot. I have my life program. I have my life program at 1. So everybody have to wait. I have my life program at this time. I cannot. So I've made myself, even though I would have liked to, go and do something else, but I've made myself a slave to my own agenda because I've announced it everywhere. I said, everybody's waiting. Everybody's waiting for me. Everybody's waiting for me. So I have to go. So nothing supersedes that priority. So that's the way you build a routine. You make yourself a slave of your routine. You know that if I do this continuously and consistently, it will bring me to this goal. A routine must always bring you to a certain goal for sure. So a routine is what makes your life predictable. You know that if I will do this every day, let's say for example, you want to touch 1,000 people at the end of the year. You want to be able to touch 1,000 people. For you to touch 1,000 people at the end of the year, in 1 year, you need to touch 4 people a day. Let's say 4 people a day. 4 people, so that means that should be your routine. So your routine is, I am going to this particular place, this particular place to touch 3-4 people a day. And so that is a routine. So I don't go to sleep until I touch 3 people a day or 4 people a day. I cannot do any other thing. That's my priority, because it's my routine. So I must go, anything I do, that routine must be observed. 4 people a day must be touched. By the time you begin to touch 4 people a day every day, 4 people a day every day, then that is when, by the time it's 1 year, you will discover that you already have 1,000. You already have 1,000. But the 1,000 is easy because you've broken it down to a daily routine. So because you are just going through your routine, it just becomes elementary for you, and it's become automatic for you. So you will be fulfilling your vision automatically. That is the same thing you're supposed to do with your vision. Whatever vision you have, you are supposed to break it down to a daily activity or daily routine, that you know that if I do this every day, by the time it's at the end of the, like I said, 4 people touch 4 people a day, it automatically just accumulates. And by the time it's 1 year, I will look back, I already have 1,000. You will not even believe, how did it happen? Because you broke it down into measurable and into achievable goals on daily basis. And so routine brings you to automatic predictable results. Automatic predictable result. So that's what you're supposed to do with your life also. It's just like saying, maybe you've heard the story about elephants, that if they tell you to eat an elephant, it will be like a scary problem, that elephant, how will I eat it? I mean, if you try to swallow it, you are too small. Even you yourself, your whole body and the stomach and everything, you are smaller than the elephant. So you cannot swallow it. It cannot even enter your mouth. So if you cannot swallow elephant, but how will I be able to eat it? The way to eat an elephant is to make sure that you break it down. You cut down that old, big, gigantic elephant, cut it into pieces. So once you have cut into pieces, then divide all the pieces into 365 days. Into 365 parts. So the part that works out 365, then it shows you that how much you are able to eat of that elephant in a day. So if you break it to 365, and you see that it's still, you cannot do it just for breakfast, then you might need to break it into 3. So you break it into 3 parts in a day, then by the end of the year, by the time you realize it, you're already eating a whole elephant. So that's what routine does for you. So by routine, you know that I eat this amount of this elephant in the morning, that's my routine. I eat this amount in the morning, I eat this amount in the afternoon, this amount in the evening. Or I eat this amount every day, this amount every day. By the time it's over the year, the whole elephant is gone. Why? Where did it go to? It was gone. It was eaten by system, by routine. And that's what you should do with your life. So don't let anybody put you in the prison of coming to church every day, or you must be in service every day, you must be in service. That, don't remove yourself from that prison yard. Build your own prison. And if your pastor now begins to tell you, come to church this day, come to church every day, you must be there. Why are you not there? You say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have work to do. I have work. I'm sorry. You have an excuse. But if you don't build anything, you'll be thinking you are lying. That because you say, I cannot afford to do it because I have something. And you don't have anything to do. So your conscience will be pricking you that you are lying. But when you already have your regime planned out, your routine planned out, and then you can just say, yeah, no, I've already have other things that I'm doing. I'm already having things that I'm committed to. I cannot afford to. So it's easier for you to say no to people if you have a regime and a routine that you keep to and that you are committed to following on daily basis. So my own particular life, for example, the thing I'm doing 1 hour or 2 hours a day with you people is nothing. It's part of my regime. It's part of my routine. Another one of my routine is that I must read 3 hours a day. I must study 3 hours a day. So that's another one of my routine. Another one of my routine is that I must teach or touch somebody, because I'm developing people all the time. So that's another. So it's all around your vision. Once you get that vision out and you have all that planned out, the next thing you need is focus. You must make sure that you focus and abide by those regimes and by those goals that you have put. So you must follow and focus on doing what you put the target before you, that is 4 people a day to get 1,000 at the end of the year. 4 people a day, so you are focused. No matter what, you are just working as if you have been hypnotized. You are just doing 4 every day, 4 people every day, 4 people every day, 4 people every day, as if nothing exists anymore for you. You are just doing what you need to do. 4 people every day, 4 people every day, 4 people every day, 4 people every day. It's like you are a zombie. You are hypnotized. You must just learn to do things in focus like that. Put it in focus and just be focused on doing the same thing. And that is what, by the end of the year, you will discover that, oh my God, how did I get this result? I didn't know that I could have this result. It is because systems and the ability to be focused and to put yourself in your own prison, they bring you greater result than you could ever imagine. Now, some of us are struggling with our families, and that is a big issue. You must be able to know that even though family is a priority and family is important, but you must make sure that your family doesn't steal away your goal. You must make sure that your family does not steal away your vision. If you lose your vision, you lose yourself. So you must be able to balance between yourself and your family and your vision. So put your family in a good priority, but also don't throw away the window your vision. So you must be able to balance between your family priorities and your life goals and vision. And agree. Sit down together with your family and talk it over with them and let them know. But it's even better for you, especially if you are married. It's better for you to just tell your spouse that, okay, it's good for you when your spouse also has his or her own vision as well. So when the two of you are people of vision, it's much more easier because she's pursuing her own vision, you are pursuing your own vision, and then you have time to come together to live together as partners and to encourage each other and to be a blessing to each other and to be an inspiration to each other. But if only one partner has a vision and life goal, and the other one is just like a companion, then things are difficult because the companion would never understand because she doesn't have her own vision or goal. So she'll be drawing you back, and she will always be complaining that you don't have time for me, or you don't love me, you are not spending time with me, or you are not doing this, you are not doing that. But if she also has her own goal and she also has her own vision. But both of you are busy and you are going parallel through life. You are going together but parallel. So nobody's vision is eradicated. Nobody's passion or life goals is totally removed. You are actually going together. Both of you are accomplishing your goals as friends, as lovers, as as colleagues. So you are actually being an encouragement to each other. So that is not an excuse that because you have family, then you have to throw away your goals. No, build your family around the realization that you have a goal and that you are here, sent here by God to fulfill a goal for God. You are created even for that goal before you met that family, before you met that wife or husband, before you formed that family. God already given you a goal and a calling. Before you are even born, God has already created you for a goal and a calling. So there is no way you can now just say, okay, I throw away the vision and the priorities, the goals of my life because because I have family. That will be betraying God. That will be betraying the God that created you for that goal. That will be letting down the God that died for you and made call you to now live for Him. So that is one challenge that we could have, because some people preach that family is number one. So they put family on such a pedestal. I too preach that family is number one, but you don't put family above your life purpose. You don't say, okay, because you have family that so that's an excuse for you not to fulfill your life purpose. I mean, Jesus said, if you cannot deny your family, if you cannot deny yourself, deny your family, deny your husband, your wife, your father, your mother, your sister, if you cannot deny them, in fact, at the point Jesus said, if you cannot hate them, then you cannot be my disciple. So you must be able to put God as your priority. God must be your priority. God's mission, God's purpose for your life, God's purpose for your creation must be your priority. And your family must also know that you are created for that goal and for that purpose. I mean, there's nothing that should supersede God's purpose and God's vision for your life. So you must make sure that you let your family understand that we are alive not just for ourselves. We are alive not just to make a good living, not just to build a good family. We are alive for Him, first of all. We are alive, first of all, to please Him. We are alive, first of all, to fulfill His own purpose and His vision on our lives. And then, He Himself is the one who has blessed us with family. The family you have is a blessing from God. You cannot now begin to blame God and say, okay, I cannot serve you because you blessed me with children. So God is to blame now. So God is now the one to take the blame that He has blessed you. If He had not blessed you, you would have complained anyway. Now that He has blessed you, you are now saying you have an excuse why you cannot serve Him. So we should not use the excuse that God has blessed us with something to be the reason why we should not serve Him. Rather, it should be that anything that we have and that we have been blessed with, it should be an added advantage that is helping us to even serve God better. Your family should help you to serve God better. Your children, all of them, both of you, all of you should serve God better, because you are created for that, to serve Him. Everybody was created for Him, not for church. There is a difference between church and God. There's a difference between serving God and serving church. There's a difference between fulfilling God's agenda for your life and church agenda for your life. Church shouldn't have agenda for your life. It should be you and God's agenda for your life, first of all. And it is only when you are free and you have some free time and you can afford it that you give some time to the church, if you can afford it. You cannot afford it, the priority must always be your own vision, your own calling, your own whatever God has created you for. That must be your priority. That must be your priority. Your life purpose is your priority. Your life purpose is more important than any other thing, because you were created for that. God created you for it and sent you to the world for it. So you are going to answer before God for it. You are going to answer before God for it.